Welcome along to the launch of Our Hands, new single from forthcoming album called Cabin of Song. If you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, jump over to my YouTube channel, that's where it's all happening. I'm going to start off with a song called Mountain Island Skyway, which is the first single from Cabin of Song. Here we go.
So deep underground, and look at that mountains, ways to be found. Now look at that island, oh, she seems so alone. Look under the water, she's always connected to her mother home. And there's always love, yeah. And there's always love raining down. Now look at that skyway, so open it opens me up. Now it's the gateway for the light to come in and for me to reach the stars. And there's always love raining down. And there's always love raining down. And there's always love. There's always
There we go. Always love. Yo, Zach, welcome in. Danny Biscan is in the house. Azza is in the house. What up? Good to see you. Welcome on in, Ike and Mikael. How you doing, champion? Good to see you all. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Welcome to the launch of the next single from the Cabin of Song. Tonight we're going to be launching Our Hands. Our Hands. And there's oh, do I have the artwork for it here? Let me show you the artwork for it in a minute after we say goodbye to this guy. New addition to the Mijo Biscan studio. So Yeah, welcome on in. Hope everyone's doing well. If you're watching not on YouTube, jump over to YouTube because that's where I've got good audio happening, and I'm also going to be premiering the video for Our Hands later on, and maybe previewing a little bit of the next single that's coming, because they are going to be coming thick and fast this second half of the year. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'll be sharing a link on the YouTube stream so you can go and get a free download of the new song, because it will not be appearing on Spotify or other streaming platforms, which I have talked about in length in other places, so I won't go into it here. But basically, Spotify sucks. And there we go. What else? I'm going to tell you a little bit about the song. I'm going to perform the song, play the music video, and that's probably going to be what we do, unless I play another song. Awesome. So let me actually grab the artwork for this song. 1 second there. I'm so prepared. So for this album, I'm doing all the artwork. And some of you will have seen my one-line drawings. So these are the actually the drawings from the last album and from my book, Golden Moment. But I've been creating a couple of new drawings. So this is one of the drafts of Our Hands. So this is going to be easier to see if you're on YouTube, once again. But I think I kept going. I think maybe I ended up doing this one. So I think this is the actual official artwork for this song. And the song is about the fact that when you're in a relationship, sometimes it can feel like it sucks. Don't know if you've ever been there, but in the past, I always had an inclination that if the relationship sucked, basically point at the other person and say, "You suck," because I'm clearly awesome. And then I realized that doesn't really work over time, and things kind of come apart pretty quick if that's the attitude. So I sort of had this realization that maybe I had a lot more of a role to play in relationships, and that relationships actually are an incredible opportunity to grow and learn from one's mistakes. And there's this other person who's a perfect mirror to tell you exactly what you need to work on. So once I had this realization, the way I engaged in relationships changed, and in those moments where the relationship's challenging, I actually ask more of myself rather than ask more of the other person, and realize that if I give more to the relationship, it's got a chance, right? So, seems like a very obvious lesson, but it's one that took me a while to figure out. So if you've already figured it out, good on you. And if you're watching on Facebook, I've just had to plug the phone in, and it might be a rough ride. There we go. I think it's the best we're going to do there. So, Paolo, welcome on in. From Italy. Hey. Awesome. I was just in Italy about a month or two ago. Absolutely loved it. So welcome on in. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. So, another little insight about the song is the inspiration for how the song came together. Where it's really a bit of a country number. And one of my favourite sort of heartbreak songs is a song by Ray LaMontagne called Jolene. And it goes a bit like this, so you'll definitely hear the inspiration.
Cocaine flame in my bloodstream, so my coat when I hit Spokane. I bought myself a hard pack of cigarettes in the early morning rain.
So that's how Jolene goes, and this is how Our Hands starts.
Our love started when I was home, long enough to pack and then be gone. But your love pinned me down to the ground like an avalanche.
So it's actually very similar to start off with, and then they go in sort of different directions, but it was definitely part of the impetus to get this song started was Jolene. And if you haven't checked out that song by Ray LaMontagne, you should absolutely do it. So here we go with Our Hands.
Our love started when I was home, long enough to pack and then be gone. But your love pinned me down to the ground like an avalanche. And though the kids wanted me to stay, the money in the mines called from WA. We had our golden rings, but this distance thing, it's out of our hands. Oh, our hands, our hands. Our love is in our hands. Our hands, our hands. Our love is always in our hands. You know, I was homeless and the postman, and the cracks crept into our wedding band. I couldn't do a thing, so we dropped our rings out of our hands. Oh, our hands, our hands. Our love is in our hands. Our hands, our hands. Our love is always in our hands. Yeah, well, maybe you and I were not meant to be, but I see a foolish pattern emerging. We can take these pieces that fit perfectly, but we have all that we need to heal. Yeah. Our hands, our love is in our hands. Our hands, our hands, our love is always in our hands. Our hands, our hands, our love is in our hands. Our hands, our hands, our love is always
Oh, hands. Banger. Banger of a song. Danny Bisc is over here on the YouTube. Mikael and Paolo getting to know each other. Excellent. Thank you, Mikael. So there's the song. There's the song. There are some from the original that I wrote and recorded. Thank you, Danny Bisc, you superstar legend. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, there are a few kind of differences from when I originally wrote it, but it really is basically pretty much the same. And yeah, from writing songs in the cabin, they were very much sort of sketch songs that have come together for this album called Cabin of Song, which if you are a Backstage Pass member, you have a copy of the 20, I think there are 25 songs on the album. It's pretty much a double album. So thanks, Paolo. Consolmano. That's not how you pronounce your name. It only took me about 9 months to learn how to pronounce Mikael Bisc's name. Yes, so that's that. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram, jump over to YouTube because I'm going to share the video. Andre Biscan is on Facebook. Jump over to YouTube, bro. I'm about to... I pronounced it perfectly. About to share the music video. And am I getting messages like crazy? I don't know what's happening here. But anyway, I'm going to sign off on Facebook and Instagram. And we're going to have a look at this music video. I'm also going to share maybe a sneak peek of the next single as well, which will be coming out. Let me announce this. It's going to be coming out next week. I'm going to be releasing a single a week for the rest of the year, which is intense and insane and awesome. A lot of music coming out, and looking forward to releasing that, doing a launch later in the year, and starting to write some new songs in the new year. That's the plan at the moment. So, peace out, Facebook, Instagram. We'll see you over there. Bye. Bye. All right. YouTube. What up, legends? So, yeah, let's check out the new music video. Let's head on over here. Mijo Biscan in the Cabin of Song. Let me know if there are any audio issues, but should be hearing everything okay. So this music video, basically, I think I recorded it. I wrote the song, I think it was on day 4 of being in the cabin. I think this is the 4th single. Hey, Knackers, welcome in. This is the 4th single from Cabin of Song. And I think there are a couple of versions of this. There's like a raw demo version, which is now up and available on my YouTube channel. And then there's this official music video, which I think I recorded towards the end of my stay in the cabin. Once I probably got to practice the song a little bit more. So I'm going to share that with you right now. Here it comes.
Well, our love started when I was home, long enough to pack and then be gone. But your love pinned me down to the ground like an avalanche. When the kids longed for me to stay, the money in the mines cold from WA, we had our golden rings, this distance thing was out of our hands. Our hands, our hands. Our love is in our hands. Our hands, our hands. Our love is always in our hands. Well, I was homeless and the postman, and the cracks crept in to our wedding bands. We couldn't do a thing, so we dropped our rings out of our hands. Our hands, our hands. Our love is in our hands. Our hands, our hands. Our love is always in our hands. But maybe you and I, we're not meant to be. But I see a foolish pattern emerging. We can move these pieces, we fit perfectly. 'Cause in our lives we have all we need to heal.
Boom. Boom. There it is. So, as you can see on just at the bottom of the screen here, if you haven't got the single yet, if you're a Backstage Pass member, you will have the single a long time ago. But if you're not, you can. I'm going to drop the link in the chat here. There we go. So yeah, if you're new to this, mega face cardigan. If you're new in the Mijo Biscan world, you can go get a free download of Our Hands at the link in the chat, or by going here, and it'll get sent straight to you. As I mentioned earlier, it won't be on Spotify or any of those places. Basically, you got to go through me. I'm the lemonade stand with the songs. Awesome, legends. What else? As I said, I'm going to be releasing another single next week, and maybe I'm going to share a little sneak peek of it. Let's go have a bit of a look. Well, here I am. I'm back. So the next song that I'm releasing, I'm just going to share like 30 seconds of it, is is not here. So I'm not going to share it. But I'll share the one that is here, that I'll be releasing in 2 weeks' time. It's called Treasure on the Shelf. So here we go. Here's 30 seconds of it.
I can take myself to the edge, but I don't want to look over. I know I'd have to let it go to get over. Stop.
Well, Glitchy McGlitchison. Getting glitchy. Anyway, that's a little sneak of it. Sneaky peeky. Very different songwriting style. After about the first 4 or 5 days in the cabin, I started experimenting a lot more with songwriting techniques and mixing things up. So I reckon the next song and the next 2 songs is where things start to get a bit different on the album. So you got that to look forward to next week, next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Put it in your calendar. Basically, up until the end of the year, I'll be releasing a new single, doing one of these live streams, so you can come and join, hear what's happening, enjoy the journey of hearing all the songs come out, and yeah, hope you like it. Hope you like it very much. All right, I think that's it. Anything else? There's a link. You can go get a free download. Backstage Pass, if you're not a Backstage Pass member yet, and you don't know what that is, Backstage Pass is where we get together once a month and do a Backstage Pass concert, kind of like this, but it goes for an hour or a bit longer. I share what I'm working on. The music-loving community gets together. Some of the legends are here. Mikael, Danny, Knackers. We hang out. I share, what's new. Also, when you become a Backstage Pass member, you will get the entire Cabin of Song double album. This is an unreleased album. It's not going to be released till November. You can get all of the songs straight away, basically, as well as some of my back catalogue, discounts on merch. There's a whole bunch of awesome things. So let me add that to the chat. I have to type in the entire thing. Well, or if you go to my website, miobiscan.com, there's a button there called Backstage Pass. We can jump on and do it. BSP is Patreon on steroids. There we go. It is. It's the best thing ever. So, awesome. Anyone else have any announcements? Otherwise, we'll wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining me. It's always a pleasure. Love sharing my music with all of you out there. Go grab your free copy of the single and tune in next week for another episode of Cabin of Song. Big love. See you next time. Oh, Cabin of Song merch. Was thinking about it today, Danny. So there's something in the works. But guess what? When there is, Backstage Pass members will get first dibs. All right, big love. Thanks again. Catch you next time. See you next week. Bye. Bye-bye.